Welcome everybody to beautiful, sunny Orlando, Florida. It's a beautiful day out and I am ready. It's a little bit nippy, but it's gonna get up into the 70s today as can't see much, but we're gonna be going to Universal Studios, Florida and Islands of Adventure. I can't wait. It's been about 30 years since I've been to the Orlando area, so it's long overdue. So let's go ahead and get this day started. So now we're finally off. We're starting a little bit late because we had to pick some people up from the train station right over here. You guys remember him from when we went out to Kings Island? We also got the other one. So now we're getting ready to head off. We have to do the change. We're going over to Epic Universe right now because of the fact that we aren't going to be able to do two parks in the same day. So today we're going to do Epic, and then we're going to do and then we'll hop over, and the next day we're gonna go to Islands and Orlando, the studios. So let's get rolling. All right, everybody, and welcome to Epic Universe. We have come all the way down here from Jersey to come experience this park, which opened up this year. It's my first time coming, so I'm going to be able to give you guys my first time experience of visiting this park. I want to thank all of my wonderful subscribers that have recently subscribed to my channel. You guys are going to be the lifeblood of what's coming in the future. So I'm super excited for all of you to come and join me on this journey. So let's go ahead and hop inside and let's have a good time. I'll be right here. right, so we had a little bit of time to look at some of the wait times, and they are very long. Minecart Madness is about a 240-minute wait, and a lot of the other rides are about an hour and a half to about 2 hours wait. We did not buy the Flash Pass, mainly because of the fact that it was going to be about $200 per person to be able to get that. We are doing the 3 parks, 2 days, which was about $414 for us for each person. If you have a job where they can get perks through Plum Benefits or like AAA, they both use kind of like about the same website. You can get discounted tickets for Epic Universes, which we actually used in order to be able to get our tickets today. Now we're here on January 2nd, Friday. So if you went onto Universal's website, what would have happened is that you would have paid $450 to do the 3 parks for 2 days, and we're doing the park hopper. So one of the days we can go to Islands of Adventure and Universal Orlando, and then the other day we could do Epic Universe. So what we're gonna head over and do is we're heading over to the Dark Universe because I wanted to ride, I think it's Curse of the Werewolf, which everyone says is just one of the worst ones that's here in the park. So we're going to knock that one out first, and then we can head and do some of the other rides in the park that are going to be a little bit better. But I'm interested to see how this compares to what everyone has been describing it as. Some people said it's been okay, other people say it's not that great. I know that a lot of people didn't like the netting that they put up, and this was kind of a last minute addition, but we're going to give our thoughts on it. Was it hot? And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is Curse of the Werewolf with all this horrible black netting around it.
It's the gauntlet, right?
So freaking cool. Like,
yeah,
I know the detail that they put into that. Up in Jersey, we don't have anything that's like this to the theming of something like so forth. So it's quite nice seeing that.
Longer than the regular line. Parties will.
Must be accompanied by a supervising companion. Seated with your head firmly against the headrest at all times.
just ended up finishing up with Curse of the Werewolf, and after reading a lot of them or watching a lot of reviews on YouTube that people gave of the ride, most of them from coaster enthusiasts, and I honestly feel that coaster enthusiasts are a little too nitpicky with stuff. The ride is good. It is short, and I would say that the lap bars and the restraints and the seats is very cramped for getting in there. So if you are a little bit more on the bigger body side, definitely take that into consideration. But the ride itself, for family coaster, I felt that it was actually a little bit more forceful than you would get from most of your regular family coasters. You feel a little bit of airtime, definitely get some good laterals up on there too. Not a lot on the spinning, but it's fun enough to where it was still enjoyable. So I recommend that ride to anyone that is coming out here. Don't let what a lot of the other people have said about the ride deter you from actually jumping on it, because it is good. Theming is not the greatest, but the ride itself is a good experience.
The equipment is needing some extra tuning up, so the doctor's work will be briefly delayed. We apologize, and we'll let you know of any further developments.
There's nothing to be afraid of. He is amazing, better than the original. He is the key to our most exciting experiment. For years, I have studied and controlled the monsters that prowl the darkness. And only one remains. I will control my ultimate challenge. Count Dracula. Call yourself. That wasn't us. These two just don't get along. The Dracula experiment is the last piece of the puzzle. And with your help, the world will never see the name Frankenstein the same again. Open the doors! Our greatest victory is just through there. Quickly, this will change your life. I'll join you in the catacombs. Please don't touch that.
We just finished up with Monsters Unchained. I thought it was called Frankenstein, but it broke down quite a bit. So we had to wait maybe about a little over an hour for that ride, but it was amazing. It's a dark ride simulator. Let me tell you, if you've ever been on Curse of the Dark Castle at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, this is kind of a feel of what that was. Like that kind of felt a little bit like this with like the movement of the track and the screens. However, this is so much more dynamic. The arms, so it's these robotic arms that actually will control the vehicle. And I heard that if you've ever been to the Harry Potter ride over at Islands of Adventure, this is the same thing. But it was absolutely phenomenal. The storyline, the animatronics, the screens that they had that tell you the story of the ride is really, it was amazing. I don't know how to really describe this because it was something that I've never been on this style of a ride before. So I don't really know how to explain my senses of what I'm thinking of it. It was just really, really good. The queue was really nice as well. There's a lot of theming, so much theming inside of there. And as you're waiting in the line for the ride to get onto the ride, you don't really feel bored at all because even if the ride breaks down, you still have a lot of things that you can watch and look at as you're waiting in the lines. This was good. This was phenomenal. Hey, give me your thoughts, Chris. What'd you think about that one?
Yo, 10 out of 10 will recommend. Don't go to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse because it's not the same kind of vibe, all right? This is adults only. So.
Yo, it's not a coaster, but it's awesome visuals, a great experience. Definitely not. It's a ride for everybody. Definitely, 10 out of 10. Love it.
We're Team Universal here, not Team Disney, okay?
Yeah, Universal did a really good job with this ride. This was from everything from the, like I said, the queue, the theming, and just the actual ride experience. They did a 10 out of 10. This was good, even though it broke down so much. And I don't understand how because it's the same system, and they said it only does just a little bit more than the one at Islands. But God, it was so good. And so definitely come out, even if the wait is long, hop on that one. It's worth it. Here we go. Yeah. All right, everyone. So we are now leaving the Super Mario World. And God, this. Good job. Good job.
Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah, this was so good, actually. This land, probably my favorite so far. Now, granted, we've only done 2 with the Dark Universe and Super Mario World, but the level of detail that they did on the Super Mario World with the music and going through the tunnel and playing the sound of boop, boop, boop as you go through, yeah. You guys took me back to my childhood with that, and yeah, it was awesome. And look at Stardust Racers in the back, all lit up. This park is gorgeous at night. This is beautiful. I've been to Disney way back in the past, but to me, this harkens to me a lot more, because even though I love Disney, this to me feels a lot more of an adult experience where you can still enjoy some things of your childhood, but still get a little bit more of that adult feeling with the scares and the thrills, because these rides are not your mild little tame rides. They have a little bit of thrill to them. We did the Yoshis, and Yoshi's was very mild, but it was nice. It was a short ride, but it was nice just going around, just seeing some of the characters from some of the Super Mario games, and I definitely did like that a lot. And now we're gonna go ahead and head over into the How to Train Your Dragon Land and get on some of those rides over there. And then our last one for the night, if we have, I know we're gonna have time, but no matter what it is, we're doing Stardust Racers. That's gonna be our finale. I don't know if we'll have time to do the Harry Potter section, granted, because we did not purchase the express pass for the park. So we're waiting in a lot of these lines. Minecart Madness had a 200-minute wait by the time that we got all the way back to it. Yoshi's Adventure, that one took us about 90 minutes in order to be able to do. We spent an hour in line, or maybe a little bit more than an hour in the line for the Monsters Unchained. And we spent about an hour and a half in the line for the Curse of the Werewolf. So we're spending quite a bit of time in some of these lines because of the fact that we did not get the express pass. So this is, if you don't buy that, this is going to kind of be what your experience is, because we just learned today that this is the most packed that the park has been since it's been open. And they're looking to actually start increasing capacity within the park. So they're slowly rolling in, letting more people purchase tickets to be able to come into the park. So take that into consideration if you're currently on coming out here. Right now, it is the new year, it's January 2nd. And I know a lot of people are still coming to the parks at this time of the year. So if you're planning on coming within maybe within the next few months, it should slow down a little bit. But expect a lot of crowds because they're trying to really get people into this park.
I hope we're going the right way. I hope there's not the exit.
Yeah, no, we're going the right way.
Okay, cool.
Because this is going to take us back towards like the entrance, and then we could loop back around because of the How to Train Your Dragon. I don't know the name of the land, but that area right there, that's going to be on the other side of the park. This is so freaking cool.
Yo, this view right here with the clouds and the misty.
Yeah, this is so cool. So we just got done with Hiccup's Wing Gliders, and let me tell you, I was not surprised that was going to be good because I watched a lot of the POVs, and I knew Hiccup's Wing Glider was going to be a great ride. Not much airtime, but the positive G's, awesome. And I love the audio, onboard audio is really good. It really helps set the scene for the ride. Now they got this one over here, which is, I've been watching that go in the background. I forgot the name of it. However, I noticed it only does 5 rotations with about 4 of them being up to speed. And I've been seeing a lot of people trying to struggle to actually get their seats to flip around. We were gonna do that, but there is a 55-minute wait. I don't think the amount of time that you spend on the ride and trying to get the seats to actually start getting the momentum to start rotating and flipping is worth that much of a wait. I think we're gonna go ahead and head over to do Stardust Racers. It is 8 o'clock at the moment right now. And I must say that this area, this land is, oh my God, it's good. I mean, everything in this park is good. All the lands, you feel really immersed inside of them. I think the only one that was probably like a little lacking at first was the Dark Universe. I think the Dark Universe could use a little bit more. But everything else that we've done so far, with the Super Mario being the best, this one right here for the How to Train Your Dragons, this is really good. This is nicely done. And when you're in each of the lands, and I know that was an intention of when they made these, is to make it feel like you're immersed inside of it, and you really are. I feel like with this pipe over here, I'm reliving the movie. Like, this is like scenes from like the movie in itself, and from How to Train Your Dragon, and it's done nice. The lighting, the ambiance is not bright or anything, but you just, oh God, this is good. Well done, Universal. Well done. And the music that you have playing through the park really puts you into the environment. This does definitely make a trip out here. Tickets are expensive, but it is cheaper than Disney, so I would give it that. It is cheaper than Disney. So definitely come out here to Universal's Epic Universe. It's well worth it. All right, so we went to the Spitfire Grill, and I picked up the steak and rice bowl. It's got mushrooms, look like sweet potatoes. Let's see how this thing actually tastes. That's good. Yeah, it's really good. It's definitely worth it. So this costed $21.35 about. Not a lot of food, but the quality that you're getting is definitely top tier. So Spitfire Grill, it is a good spot to come to inside the park. This is over in the land for How to Train Your Dragon. So. So cool fact, I don't know if anyone noticed this, but if you look at all the lights, they all point to a central point. So each land, and even the front entrance, every single light will point to the center right there. It's kind of cool. Just a little nerdy fact.
Not too reviving though.
That's them say to keep them in, man.
Yeah, but they didn't point at who, so we're all. I was.
All three on it.
So we just did Stardust Racers, and although it may look unassuming off-ride, let me tell you, it's so good. The lots of airtime, lots of laterals. I mean, that ride is just awesome. It's amazing. I can't say whether or not it's my number one quite yet, because we're going to be going to Islands of Adventure and doing Velocicoaster. But as you guys may know, Iron Gwazi is my number one coaster overall. And it's up there. I think it may take place, but I have to see what Velocicoaster feels like in order to be able to fully determine whether or not Gwazi gets knocked down a little bit. That was so good. Such a good ride, and the light package is nice. The audio is nice that they have on it. When you do those launches and you hear the man, it is so good. So definitely come out here to Epic Universe and ride that ride. Ride Stardust Racers. It may look like it may be weak off ride, but on ride is a completely different experience. Like I said, I think it's really up there with me, and it may be my number one. But I gotta ride a couple more I gotta ride Velocicoaster. We did the green side, we did the yellow side, rode in row 8, row 9, so towards the back, because it's 10 rows. And yeah, it was really good. And that's all I can say. It was a 60-minute, it said it was a 60-minute wait towards the end of the night. We ended up waiting about maybe 20 minutes for that. But even that 60 minutes is well worth it. It is a very good ride. Mach, power to you. That was my first Mach coaster, but power to Mach for building something like that. Power to Universal for this park. Go ahead, tell them what you thought about Stardust Racers.
Stardust Racer is probably the best roller coaster here. The green side is definitely better. Definitely probably the best roller coaster I've ever been on, to be honest with you. But overall, the experience has been really good. Universal's amazing. They really did a good job with this theme, the aesthetics, the overall, even the food was good, amazingly enough. But yeah, definitely recommend you guys come out and check it out. Yeah, and Chris, you want to say something?
Delicious. Give me 5 of them.
But we're probably going to go over to the Super Mario World again and probably go get some stuff from the souvenir shop, and then we'll probably head out because the park closed at 10 and it's about that time almost. So thanks a lot, guys, for being here tonight. And leave your comments whether or not you've been in here before. I know a lot of people have been talking about how the park has been mixed, but I thoroughly enjoyed my time here tonight and today. And I really feel it's worth it. Even though some of the lines are very long, we did a lot of the stuff. We did Hiccup Wing Gliders. We did Curse of the Werewolf, which is a good ride, even though it's very short. Monsters Unchained, absolutely amazing with the weight of the robotic arms and that dark ride. That was really well done. The props that you have inside of there, whether they're flying around. I don't want to give away too much of the story, but that one's really good. So I recommend anyone going on to that one as well. So come out here and definitely give this park a visit. It is very well worth it, but I'll probably wait until maybe later in the year, like later in January, maybe early February, to where it becomes a little less crowded, because they have maybe about a little over 25,000 people here in the park today. And you felt it earlier on, and with a lot of the lines, you definitely recognize that there were a lot of people in the park.
Right here.
You've traveled through time using your wizarding magic, raced through realms of power-up and play, stood face to face with monsters and darkness, and soared beyond the clouds with dragons. Now, Celestial Park invites you to a final celebration of these epic worlds.